Yesterday, we got our first look at the new hero equipment for the Minion Prince. It's called the Dark Crown, and today I'm going to explain exactly what it does, how it works, and how you guys can get it. Starting tomorrow, we're going to have a brand new medal event in Clash of Clans. In this medal event, we're also going to have a brand new temporary troop that's going to help us along. It's called the Debt Collector, and think of a goblin on steroids. A regular goblin, not a sneaky goblin. They're going to deal 4 times damage to resources, and they are pretty beefy, but they're not like sneakies. They're not going to be invisible or anything like that. But on top of that, they're also going to generate extra loots. So they're going to take more loot than you would see. So we're going to be able to get some huge loot raids out of this. This is going to be really, really fun for farming. Along with that, every attack you do while the event is live through July 1st, you're going to get 10 free debt collectors in your army camps. So no matter what, just 10 free that don't count against your army. So we can go out here and we can just use these guys and we can just farm up like crazy, which is really, really cool. And you can also see here, like during the event, we want to get those money rolls. Those are going to be the currency for our medal event for this time around. And that's how we're going to be getting that new epic equipment for our Minion Prince. So you'll see we'll be able to get goblin cash, and we got tons and tons of loot just from those few buildings right there on the base. So after you've worked through here and you've collected all of these rewards, and don't forget there will be extra rewards if you do buy that event pass, but after you go through here and you get all those rewards, you'll have enough medals to go ahead and buy that new Minion Prince equipment. And of course, guys, if you are buying that event pass, do me a favor, click on that C and enter code BASH. And seriously, guys, thank you so much for using code BASH. It helps me and the channel out so much. I can never express to you guys how grateful I am that you enjoy my content so much you use my creator code. It's a really cool thing. But let's check out our rewards for this event, because not only do we have that Dark Crown for 3,100 medals, but we also have our ores like normal, but also there's the magic mirror and the snake bracelet in here. And it's kind of one of those things, and I'm sure I'm going to see it in the comment section. Should I buy the Dark Crown? Should I buy the magic mirror? Should I buy the snake bracelet? What equipment should I buy if I don't have it? And this one's kind of a tough decision. We're going to show off the Dark Crown. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to, when the event starts, I'm going to buy the Dark Crown. I'm going to max it out, and I'm going to do my Legends attacks with it live. So make sure you guys subscribe. Come back tomorrow for that, and you can see me using it. I think it's going to work really well with the dragon armies that I've been using quite a bit. I think it's pretty strong. Itsu and I were actually talking about it. It's not like, oh my god, I have to use this strong, but I feel like the more we use it, the more I'm liking it. I don't know. It's really interesting. So the way this thing works is, as some housing space gets taken out, he gets 3 total boosts. You see, he gets max health at 30%, max damage increase 30%. He also has a passive of 700 hit points and 11% increased attack speed. I think that's a big difference maker in there. 11% increased attack speed is really nice. But essentially, as 60 housing space of troops get taken out, you can see like 3 dragons of 60 housing space. That's when he's going to stage up, and it happens 3 times throughout here. So as he gets, or 60 troops get taken out, he gets like that 10%. He gets the 20%, and then he gets the 30%. And I think this kind of works out well with the dragon armies, or any kind of like air spam type of army, because usually he's behind, and you're not hitting that warden or the Minion Prince ability till a little bit later in the raid. So I think pairing this with like a dark orb could be really, really nice. Slowing down some of those defenses and then raging them up could be a really, really good thing here. So when you get the Dark Crown, it's actually only going to be 3% health and damage, and then only 50 hit points and 1 attack speed increase. And that's at level 1, and you can kind of see how it scales up here as we level it up. So just in case you guys are kind of curious, I'll go through all the levels, but again, we'll do this also tomorrow live in game, because I am in dev build and numbers are always subject to change. But with it being this close, I don't anticipate any numbers changing. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys this, how it scales up and how we get to that 30%. So it's usually every 3 levels you get that really big thing there, the really big boost. So when we get to 21, we'll see 3 more % there. So that's how it's going to scale up here, and we're going to get us up to that 30%. Oh, we got to use some gems here. That's okay. We'll use some gems there. But that's how we scale up to that 30%. And you see him just kind of boosting up there. 700 hit points, 11% attack speed. I think it's kind of nice. But let's be honest with ourselves. The question's going to be, is it better than Henchman Puppet? And that's where things get a little bit dicey, because with the Henchman Puppet, you essentially get 2 Seeking Airmine tanks out in front also. you can essentially soak up 3 Seeking Air Mines, plus you get that invis for 1 second to make something retarget. With the Dark Crown, we don't get that invisibility for 1 second. We just get the straight hit points and the attack speed. So there is a significant difference there. All right, so I want to do 2 attacks against the same base. This base right here, one using the Henchman and the Dark Orb like I would normally use, and then the next one will use the Crown. This is my normal Legends army, and I'm going to try to do the exact same approach on this base on both attacks. So I'm going to use the Royal Champion charge right over here on this right side. We're going to let her work over here. Oh my goodness, I cannot yap and do Royal Champion charges. It's so hard commentating and attacking. I don't think people realize how hard that is to do, but let's focus here. Let's focus up. Let's get things in. Let's get things on time and try to get this Royal Champion value here over on the right side. And we're going to try to mimic this as best as possible with the next attack. So hopefully we'll have results that we can kind of compare and contrast. All right, I think she's going to go over to that Archer Tower next, maybe even the Queen. All right, nice. We're going to get the Archer Tower out. We'll get through the mortar. Might want to commit one more if we can get through that air defense. Oh, she's going to the bow. Let's see if she goes invis. Oh, wait, no, the Spirit Fox got taken out there. Okay, that's my bad. I think it's all fine there, fine and dandy. Except for we kind of lost our anchor point with the Queen there. That's a little bit unfortunate. Crap. Can I get these sweepers out? I was trying to have the Queen like kind of pair in there. Okay, actually we get both those sweepers. Nice. There is a furnace in there. I know that because I put it in there. Then we're pretty much just gonna full on spam to the town hall and hope for the best. All right. But the main thing here is we want to kind of compare and contrast the Minion Princess. All right, so we'll hit that and we'll see if we can make it to the town hall. Sweepers out, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. All right, full send Daddy-O. Let's go ahead and let's rage there. All right, nice. I'm gonna actually go ahead and freeze the mono, freeze the town hall, just let things work around there. All right, perfect. Town hall falls. Yeti's working through there. Let's go ahead and freeze right in here on this. Okay, that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna get ready to bring my Royal Champion back. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring her back now. We'll try to mimic this as best as possible, but all right, our Minion Prince hasn't even really used his ability. He's gonna use ability now because the monolith's gonna force it, so that's one thing. But if we were using the other equipment, like, he would just be passively increasing his damage. So the monolith forced his ability there, which isn't the end of the world. I think we're still gonna 3-star, and I think it's gonna be actually pretty good as far as 3 stars go. Yeah, we swag out 1 invis. All right, I mean, that was fine, right? We had the henchman out there. Minion Prince pretty much makes it to the end of the attack. He goes to Phoenix there. Let's see if we notice any difference when we're using the crown there. So exact same setup here, but now we have the Dark Crown on our Minion Prince. So we'll kind of get that damage scaling up here. Again, just trying to compare and contrast and see how it's looking here. Okay, let's pay attention here. Let's pay attention. I just talked about how I'm so bad at talking, and then I'm starting to yap. All right, I don't think we did too bad there. We'll get through there. Kind of need her to work down and around. Oh my goodness, I'm not paying attention though. I'm telling you guys, talking and trying to attack, it's like, it's one of those like tough skills that you wouldn't think you'd ever need, but we need it as YouTubers. So, all right, let's work through there. She's fine. She should come out, and then we lose the fox again. Okay, that's kind of what happened last time though. Did we commit? I feel like we committed 1 extra invis, right? I kind of want to get this air defense out. I don't know if we got the air defense out last time, but we're going to try to get it out now. Okay, she's going to work through there. She's going to get taken out. And then let's see if we can do this again. Okay, nice. That worked out perfectly again. Throw the poison in. All right. Pretty much all the same there. I think we got pretty much all the same. I don't know. Maybe I did something different. We'll go in with the drags. Go in everything here. Like this, like this, like this. And remember, now, as 60 housing space worth of troops get taken out, he's going to get enraged. And that's going to scale up to 120 and then 180 housing space. All right. So let's go ahead and let's hit that. We did commit a freeze right there, so we'll commit another freeze there. And I want to just watch him get enraged. Yeah, even like the healers, if the healers get taken out, the healers we brought would scale up. But yeah, he's definitely getting raged up there. I think we froze here, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to mimic everything as best as possible. Let's go ahead and throw this, except for, I guess, the monolith locked onto our Minion Prince before. I mean, you could tell he's definitely dealing out some damage. It feels like we got a more significant push. All right, this is where our monolith, our warden went to ability last time with the monolith. Let's see what happens here. All right, Dark Orb still goes, kind of protects him for a second, but now he completely goes to Phoenix. So we don't get those, the brutes out in front. It's not brutes. What is it? The henchmen out in front. I was trying to think of the word. We don't get the henchmen out in front. So you can almost argue henchmen are kind of better. I don't think we did too much different on this tech. We're still gonna 3-star, don't get me wrong, and we're pretty convincingly get 3-starring here. But it felt like the henchmen were almost better there. I almost wonder, like, henchmen and the Dark Crown, like that combination, but I feel like you can't give up the Dark Orb, right? So, I mean, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. It definitely felt like the henchmen was a cleaner triple, right? Like, it almost felt that way. Maybe it's just me. I'm not 100% sold on it, is what I'm trying to get at, as being better than the henchmen equipment. I think it's cool. I think it's a great concept, but it leaves him very vulnerable in situations. You saw right there when the monolith hit, he went down, and then he almost immediately went to Phoenix after that, because we don't get that 1 second for retargeting. That's a pretty big thing that we don't have this new Dark Crown. So I guess the question is, should you buy the Dark Crown? Should you buy the Magic Mirror? Should you buy the Snake Bracelet? If you have Magic Mirror, Snake Bracelet, definitely buy the Dark Crown. You never know what kind of metas are going to develop. I mean, obviously I'm here like in a little vacuum. When it gets out to millions of players playing it, we might see something else develop. It might be different use cases. We also have that warded nerf coming that might change the way this is used as well. I like Magic Mirror quite a bit. I think it's a really great queen equipment, but it feels like right now, Giant Arrow, action figure, healer puppet, or more kind of meta. I mean, Magic Mirror still gets used, but it fell out. Snake Bracelet's sneaking its way into the meta for the king. If you're gonna get any of those, I don't know. I would say maybe coin flip between Dark Crown and Snake Bracelet. I don't like missing out on new equipment, so on my accounts, I should have all those already. But you could go ores as well and then eventually buy it with gems. I think the Dark Crown's good. I think it's gonna be nice. I don't think it's significantly better than in the Henchman, is what I'm trying to get at here. As far as numbers go, yeah, it's just one of those awkward things. So I'm gonna get it. I'm not 100% sold that it's gonna be much better, is what I'm trying to get at here. But again, I haven't got a ton of time to play with it. I'm gonna be fully transparent. Outside of the challenge and like some FCs here, I haven't had a ton of time to FC it. So maybe see what other creators are saying, see what they think about it. But that's just my opinion on it. I think it's with the Henchman, I think you just kind of get those 2 extra Seeking Airmine trap seekers there. You get that 1 second invis. I think that's a big difference maker. Dark Crown, I love the Enrage. It just leaves him very vulnerable. But if you do end up committing more spells to protect him, maybe invis or something like that, I think it could work out as well. So it's just a little bit of a trade-off there, which way you want to go. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it down there in the comment section. We'll be live tomorrow, or not live necessarily, but we'll put out a video tomorrow when the event goes live, and I'll max out the Dark Crown and I'll do all 8 of my Legends attacks so you guys can see how I do with it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.